There's one mental state, Neville Goddard said, does 90% of the work of manifesting, and you pass through it every single night without realizing it. Master this one technique called SATS, and you can plant a desire into your subconscious so deeply that reality has no choice but to rearrange itself around it. It works, even if you've tried manifesting before and nothing happened, even if you swear you can't visualize. And it takes about 10 minutes, lying in bed, eyes already closed. Let me show you exactly how to use it tonight. So let's clear up what SATS actually is, because the name makes it sound far more complicated than it is. SATS stands for State Akin to Sleep. That's it. It's that drowsy, half awake, almost asleep state you drift through every night in the minutes before you fall fully asleep. The moment where your body has gone heavy, your thoughts have gone quiet, and you're not quite awake, but not yet gone. Neville called this the most powerful doorway you have, and almost nobody uses it on purpose. Here's why it matters so much. In that drowsy state, the loud, doubting, arguing part of your mind, the part that hears, "I'm wealthy," and instantly fires back, "No, you're not, look at your bank account," that part goes quiet, it powers down. And what's left is the deeper mind underneath it, the one that actually runs your life. We'll get into why that deeper mind is the one that matters in just a moment, because once you understand that, the whole technique clicks into place. So here's exactly what's coming. I'm going to show you how to use SATS in 4 simple steps. And the 4th one is where almost everyone goes wrong. So stay with me to the end for that. Then I'll walk you through a 60-second example you can copy tonight, word for word. 4 steps, 1 example, and you'll be able to do this the moment your head hits the pillow. Let's get into it. To understand why this works, picture your mind in 2 layers. There's the surface layer, your everyday thinking mind. It's busy, it judges, it doubts, it keeps score. And then there's the deeper layer underneath, the subconscious. This is the part that doesn't argue with you. It simply accepts whatever it's repeatedly given as true. And then it goes to work making your outer world match. Now here's the problem most people run into. When you're wide awake and you affirm something you don't yet have, the money is on its way, they're coming back to me, that busy surface mind immediately blocks it. It contradicts you. You might be wondering then, how do you ever get past it? And that's the whole secret of SATS. You don't fight the surface mind. You wait for it to fall asleep. Because in that state akin to sleep, the guard goes off duty. The doubting mind dims. And for a few minutes you have a clear, open line straight to the subconscious, the layer that actually creates your reality. Whatever you feel and assume to be true in those minutes sinks in without resistance. That's why Neville said this single state does the heavy lifting. You're not working harder, you're working at the one time of day when the door is already open. And that completely flips the usual advice, doesn't it? Everyone tells you to repeat affirmations all day long, to grind and force and push. But the most powerful manifesting moment isn't when you're trying hardest. It's when you're barely trying at all, drifting off to sleep. Which means the 4 steps I'm about to give you aren't about effort. They're about doing one specific thing at one specific time. Here they are. Step 1, get into the state. First, you actually have to reach that drowsy state. And the good news is your body does this for you every night. Lie down as you normally would to sleep. Let your body get heavy. Don't try to force sleep and don't fight it either. Just let yourself drift toward that edge where you're relaxed, calm, and starting to lose track of time. Some people like to take a few slow breaths to settle in. You'll know you're there when moving feels like too much effort and your thoughts start to wander on their own. That fuzzy, sinking, I could fall asleep any second now feeling. That's your doorway. That's where the work happens. Step 2, choose one single scene. Second, pick one short scene that would only be true if your wish were already fulfilled. This is the most important creative choice you'll make, So keep it small and specific. Not a whole movie, one moment. If you want a relationship, it might be the feeling of them reaching for your hand. If you want money, it might be the moment you read a number on a screen and feel that wave of relief. If you want the new job, it might be a friend hugging you and saying, "Congratulations." One scene, a few seconds long. Something that implies the wish is already yours without you having to spell it out. Step 3, live the scene with feeling, not pictures. Third, and this is for everyone who just thought, "But I can't visualize," you do not need crystal clear mental pictures. Forget seeing it like an HD movie. What you're after is the feeling. Step into the scene as if it's happening to you right now, in the first person, and let yourself feel what you'd feel if it were real. The relief, the quiet joy, the "oh, it actually happened." If the picture is blurry or keeps slipping, that's completely fine. The feeling is the part that sinks in. Run the little scene gently on a loop and let the emotion of it wash over you as you drift. You're not straining to see. You're soaking in how it feels to already have it. Step 4, fall asleep inside the feeling. And fourth, here's the one almost everyone gets wrong. Most people run the scene, feel good for a minute, and then snap their mind back to everyday life. They start scrolling or worrying or wondering, is it working yet? And they undo the whole thing. The final step is to let that feeling be the last thing on your mind as you fall asleep. Drift off, still wrapped in it. Don't check on it. Don't grab your phone. Don't replay your doubts. You carry the assumption across the threshold into sleep, and your subconscious takes it from there overnight. That's the difference between SATS that works and SATS that fizzles. You have to let go while still inside the feeling. All right, let me put all 4 steps together into one example you can copy tonight. Let's say your wish is that a specific person reaches out to you. You lie down, you let your body go heavy, and your mind go quiet. That's step 1, reaching the state. Then you choose your one scene, step 2. And here it is. Your phone lights up on the nightstand. And it's their name, that's the whole scene. Now step 3. You don't strain to see the screen in perfect detail. You feel the jolt in your chest when their name appears, the little smile, the warmth of "they thought of me." You let that feeling fill you and you run that single moment softly again and again. And then step 4, you don't open your eyes to check if it worked. You don't start replaying the times they didn't text. You let that warm, they reached out feeling be the last thing you're holding as you slip into sleep. And that's it. That's a complete SAT session. 60 seconds of feeling carried into sleep. Do that tonight, and you've used the exact technique Neville said does 90% of the work. So now you know the one technique Neville Goddard pointed to above all the others. SATS isn't complicated, it isn't hard, and it doesn't ask you to force anything. It just asks you to use the one drowsy moment you already pass through every single night on purpose instead of by accident. Reach the state, choose one scene, live it with feeling, and fall asleep inside it. That's the whole secret of the state akin to sleep. If this made the law of assumption finally click for you, subscribe. This channel breaks down Neville's teachings one technique at a time, and there's a lot more where this came from. Now go try it tonight. Your subconscious is waiting.